Although an adult might have a title such as a teacher, doctor, coach, doesn't necessarily mean that it's a trusted adult. That trust is really something that is established.
That train of thought was, I was more thinking about, what would happen to me if I came forward and talked to someone about this, whether that was getting kicked out of the military or not being able to pursue my job with the patrol. And I realized how selfish that train of thought was.
You ever get the feeling that everything in America is completely fucked up?
Well, Mary, Brandon Dolezal is facing 12 counts of possession of child pornography, child abuse, and child enticement in Scottsbluff. In Sarpy County, he also is facing similar charges. Now he's facing 7 felonies in Douglas County. And Omaha police tells us there's an investigation to help determine if there are any other victims, and that's why we're going to show his mugshot. According to an affidavit, a student approached law enforcement in February of last year. He was concerned because 2 girls he knew were messaging an older man on Snapchat. Court records show interviews and a search of Snapchat records revealed one of the girls sent explicit photos to Dolezal, and their conversations had sexual implications. The State Patrol fired Dolezal after an internal investigation, and he was arrested on electronic enticement, child abuse, and possessing child pornography. He also has similar charges in Sarpy County.
We submitted charges for first-degree sexual assault and third-degree sexual assault of a child. The first-degree sexual assault, he's looking at a penalty of 1 to 50 years. And on the third-degree sexual assault, it's a Class 3A felony, and he's looking at a penalty of 0 to 3 years.
A police report reveals this week a high school student left school with Dolezal to go to Lake Zorinsky. The student later told police Dolezal sexually assaulted her, and she was taken to Project Harmony for an interview.
Although an adult might have a title such as a teacher, doctor, coach, doesn't necessarily mean that it's a trusted adult. That trust is really something that is established.
In Douglas County, County Prosecutor Don Klein told us Dolezal is facing 7 felonies, 6 counts of first-degree sexual assault on a child, and 1 count of use of a communication device with ties to sexual assault.
The former Nebraska State Patrol trooper convicted of sexually assaulting a minor gets his sentence. In January, Brandon Dolezal pleaded no contest to a first-degree child sex assault charge. He was also charged with third-degree child sex assault, but that was dropped in the plea deal. Today, a Sarpy County judge gave him 20 to 40 years behind bars with credit for the 64 days he's already served. Dolezal is currently being held in the Douglas County Jail for additional counts of sexually assaulting a child. He also faces charges in Scottsbluff County for child pornography, child enticement through an electronic device, child abuse, and debauching a minor.
Former state trooper will be spending decades behind bars after he was found guilty on enticement and child pornography charges. And then on the other side of the state, he's facing 6 counts of first-degree sexual assault of a child. 25-year-old Brandon Dolezal was sentenced in a Scottsbluff County court this week to up to 56 years in prison. This is on top of the 20 to 40-year sentence he's already serving out of Sarpy County for the first-degree sexual assault of a 13-year-old girl. His trouble, it doesn't end there. In Douglas County, that's where he's accused in a different sexual assault case against a child. A pretrial hearing for those charges is scheduled for April 13th.
Mr. Dolezal, anything I just... Yes, Your Honor. I just want to apologize to the victims for any damage I may have caused, to the families and friends of the victims who no doubt had to give them support during this time, and to the courts and law enforcement officers who had to work on this as well. There's nothing I can say here that will undo the damages that my actions have caused. I'm just ashamed of myself that I lacked the strength and the courage years ago to seek help for this. And I realize now how selfish that train of thought was. I was more thinking about what would happen to me if I came forward and talked to someone about this, that whether that was getting kicked out of the military or not being able to pursue my job with the patrol. And I realized how selfish that train of thought was, instead of thinking about what would, the negative effect I would have on the victims' lives. I plan on doing everything and anything I can while I'm incarcerated, all the programs, all the classes, anything that will make sure that I never do something like this again. That's all, Your Honor.
Thank you.